welcome to Brass DTV. As you may notice, my character has changed due to some issues. I lost about 3 hours of recording footage and had to start over from the beginning of the quest line to catch back up to where I was before. So, we will be continuing from the same spot, just with a slightly different character. Same character, just I had to go through it again. So I made some quick stops. Now, in this episode, we're going to be dying repeatedly, but not as much as I had last time when I recorded through this part of the game. And hopefully you'll learn some valuable strategic plays in order to survive Legendary Mode. Or hopefully I won't die repeatedly and make myself look completely ridiculous. More so than usual. And we're going to verify that I'm on Legendary difficulty. Or am I? Yeah, I'll probably go here first. So we're gonna go to Kynes Grove, locate the dragon who's being resurrected by Alduin, and then I'm going to hide in the bushes and throw rocks at it. You take cover and shoot it with a bow. Now, normally I would start off from the settings screen, but because of the change in functionality, I'm just gonna go and we'll check it before I actually start the battle. I hate those things. It's like it doesn't matter if you have armor; it completely negates your armor rating. Fortunately, I regenerate health, so yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, my new character is pretty much the old character with a few slight advantages that my old character didn't have before. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Last time I tried going through the Thalmor embassy with next to nothing, and this time I will have slightly more nothing. As you can see, I am still playing on Legendary. Now we will take on the dragon, who's like the frozen sky hunter or something. I can't remember what his name means. And I'm gonna run up the hill. And when we get to the top, we'll start a great battle for Kynes Grove. Alright, so basically I just go up the hill and take on the dragon. And probably start some music because it's a little bit boring. And of course, Alduin is trying to take over the world by resurrecting his battle buddies. Oh, butt buddies, I can't be sure. Okay. Now, often, whenever you get up here, there are a number of amulets on Stormcloak soldiers, but that's only occasional. Yeah. I can hear him use the shout, but I can't learn the shout. I think that's kind of bull. Yeah, whenever they're having their little dialogue moment, that's the best time to start picking out your spot for cover. That cropping of trees behind Alduin's usually where I like to park myself. Puts me in a good position. See, right here. It's tight. He can't get in here. Make sure I'm equipped with a bow, because I'm going to need to peg at him from long range so I don't get chomped or lit on fire. And he's going to take off. Now, some things to keep in mind whenever you're fighting a dragon is that they usually like to have line of sight to use their shouts. And if you're beyond their reach, it negates their ability to use their jaws, and being beside them, they'll sort of do a shield bash on you with their wings. If you're behind them, they'll slap you with your tail, so you definitely want to keep your range and have some cover, especially on Legendary if you're low level. Now, sometimes you can coax different species like the giants and mammoths to come and fight the dragon, because everything hates dragons on this game for some reason. I mean, that is if they don't hate you more. Right, so basically, the more followers you have, the better. Like right now, I have the Dark Elf from the Dawnguard downloadable content, who is, you can hire him for 500 gold inside of the Retching Netch. Apparently that dragon really hates Delphine, which I can't blame it. I really can't. I don't like Delphine either. She's a sawed-off, irritating, pompous, stuck-up, self-centered, nearsighted. I'm so glad I wasn't standing there. Pain in the ass. But basically what you need to do is you need to make sure there's something between you and the dragon at all times. Whenever you're playing, if you do the Dawnguard downloadable content, the main quest line will get you Serana. And I don't think I've ever been able to... Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get rid of Serana other than asking her to take off. She usually is really good about following you everywhere you go. And you can get her and Aella from the companions to follow you around if you turn around and leave after getting your werewolf ability, which I will show that on the Skyrim series that I'm doing that shows tips and tricks. In fact, after I'm done with this narration, I probably will start a fun little forward momentum to try to get... Actually, yeah, once I'm completed this series, I'm going to start back up on doing tips and tricks videos. And see, that was pretty quick. That was less than 5 minutes of pegging it with arrows. And then now I'll be able to get in and go take care of the Thalmor embassy, which is one of the most difficult portions I've had to come up against as a level 1. Now, for dialogue between you and the dragon slayer who's never slayed a dragon. Well,
I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know.
does
Nothing
anyone
like
actually care what she has to say? Yeah, I didn't think so. See, it would be a lot more interesting if I could replace her with Deadpool. Then, you know, she wouldn't be
I'm one of the last members.
nearly as annoying.
For the last 2. Now that dragons are
That
coming
would be
back,
actually
our
kind of
purpose
cool.
is clear again.
But
We need
I'm not
to
playing on the
stop.
PC, so I can't put in mods. That'd be a fun mod.
Not a damn thing. I was just as
Of
surprised.
course you don't know
The first
anything
thing we need
about
to
where
do
the
is
dragons
figure
are
out who's
attacking. You're
behind the
only a
dragon.
dragon
The
slayer.
Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't
Of
involved,
course,
they'll
blame
know who
everything on
is.
the elves.
Nothing solid yet,
Like they know
but my gut
anything.
tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured
Thalmor
Ulfric.
know jack
The
about
war
it.
was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is
Blah,
weakening.
blah,
The
blah. Let's
Empire
get to the
is
part
weakening.
where I go sneak through
Who
the
else
elves'
believes me
kingdom
that but the Thalmor?
and get lightning bolts cast at me and I die repeatedly. Well,
If
once,
we could
maybe
get into
twice.
the Thalmor embassy, it's the
Yes,
center
the
of their
Thalmor
operations in
embassy.
Skyrim. Problem is that
Let's
place
go
is
there,
locked
do
up
that.
tighter than a miser's purse.
I think I'm
They
going to
could teach
listen to
me a few
music.
things about paranoia. I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
Lunar butterflies. Moths. Yeah, moths. Lunar moths and vampire dust and yeah, the things that make it so much easier to sneak into places. Vampire dust, churus eggs, nirnroot, lunar moths, all really good alchemic items to make invisibility potions. There's a little side quest you can do to collect jazz-baked grapes for an alchemist that lives in not far from Riften. Actually, it's closer to Iverstead, but it's real common in this particular area to find jazz-baked grapes. I always want to say jazz-boy for some reason. But this is what they look like, and there's all over the place in this area. Between Riften and, where is it? Whiterun? Windhelm. Yeah, Windhelm and, Windhelm, major portion of Windhelm's hold area, like this area right there with the, all the steam baths, is, it's got a huge area of just alchemic items that are really rare and not particularly easy to find. And there's a wolf. No wonder I couldn't fast travel. You can see I'm using candlelight instead of a torch. Candlelight and mage light are alteration spells. And fortify alteration potions will actually increase the length of those spells. Slow Time Shout is also an alteration spell. So a fortify alteration potion will increase how long slow time lasts. It's like slow time only lasts maybe 30, 60 seconds at most. Well, I've actually had it last 12 minutes. Now, 12 minutes of slow time, very cool. I've also been able to stop time, actually stop it, with a combination of rapid reflexes, or it's one of the shield blocking perks. And you buffer if the cache gets full with the slow time, it causes it to fill the buffer, and then you get slow time, which it's time consuming and not really worth the effort. So I usually go with alteration potions and slow time shout. Now I'm going to make some invisibility potions for two reasons. One, it's really useful for infiltration missions like I'm about to go on to have invisibility potions, and you can sell them for a lot of money. and because they're more valuable, you get more experience from making them for your alchemy skill. So, yeah, it's not as much experience as you'd get if you mixed blue butterfly wings, uh, blue mountain flowers, and giant's toes, but it's still a sizable amount of experience. Let's see if I can find something a little more fitting for the background music. Ooh, new divide.
I
No.
figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
You figured out how you're going to get me into the Thalmor Embassy. That's beautiful.
I've been doing this a long time, remember? The I can get... I have a his name. I'll get word... While you're doing that,
Yeah,
meet me
you'll
at the
get
Solitude
word.
stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Sounds good. Be careful.
Yeah, I really need... Okay, this is one of... Anyone who has this problem with followers blocking your path so you can't get around them, there's a number of ways you can do this. Now, for the Atronach, it won't vanish anytime soon because it's a thrall that I got from... Um, Ar-
Something you're still confused
Apocrypha.
about?
I was spacing on the name. But there's a flame thrall spell in Apocrypha. Yeah. That you can get, and with the Secret of Arcana spell, you can actually cast any spell that you have, regardless of its cost, because it turns all spell cost to 0 for 30 seconds, which is how I boost up my restoration and alteration, because whenever you cast the spell, it's one of those things that whenever you cast the spell, so long as it doesn't stop casting, the spell cost doesn't change. So you cast Secret of Arcana, then you cast Heal, and then you stand in front of like a fire trap. You'll continue healing until you let go of the button. And now I get to travel to Solitude, get a wood elf to hold my potions.
Have you heard?
And ride into the Thalmor Embassy like I belong there. Yeah, lots of leg work. I would edit out all this running around, the actual legwork involved in trying to do this quest, but, however, that would decrease the probability people would actually be able to, anyone can edit in a scene where it shows that you're on Legendary and that you're level 1. But it adds to the... It's cheap. I mean, if I can manage to beat Alduin as a level 1 on Legendary, that would be cool. And I've never tried doing it before. I've only beat Alduin like 5 or 6 times. And all those times I was way higher level. I was like level 42 the first time. And after that, I found out how to level grind in Helgen. And I completely went overboard with it. And I started playing level 100 plus characters through the game. Hey, you get to see him die. Now, one of the cool things about this little scene is that after he dies, you can pick the amulet Talos off his body. Now, that amulet cannot be taken out of your inventory, because it's a quest item, part of a little mini quest. So it's one of those things you'll always have an amulet Talos on you, which is really useful, especially in situations where you might have to, say, it stripped of everything so you can sneak into an embassy full of pricks. But I have quite a few invisibility potions that I'm going to give the Wood Elf. To think, the Empire tried to cut my head off just like that. Your heads too, if you've ever played this game. And that would have been the end of the Dragonborn. And the dragons would have returned, and everyone would have been crunchy things that go good with ketchup. So, now we need to find the Wood Elf sitting in this tavern, the Winking Skeever. And then give him some stuff. And proceed to the party.
Yes? Really?
I don't like Wood Elves
Here's
as a
the
rule
deal.
of thumb.
Don't plan on bringing... Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure
Just
to get
a
it
rule
into
of
the
thumb.
embassy.
I mean, if they don't
Okay,
do anything
I'll
just
get this
straight
inside
out,
the embassy for you.
like
I
trying
gotta
to
go.
bite me.
I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Because you know, Wood Elves back in Valenwood, or wherever it is they come from, they're cannibals. They eat people. Yep. So you got the Dark Elves, who are basically, they do necromancy all the time. Then they got the Wood Elves, who are cannibals, who eat people. High Elves, who are snooty, nose up in the air, think they're better than everyone. Am I missing any elves? Oh, Snow Elves, or the Thalmor. Thalmor. Yeah, the elves. Snow Elves. It's like you'd think you'd avoid picking a fight with a race that, they give a Nord a reason to fight you. It just makes no sense. I mean, Nords are hearty battle types, and elves are more of the... Yeah. It's funny, because I play a Breton, and I'm not really particularly fond of some of the... Oh! I just had a great idea. I'm actually going to go through, locate every racist. Huh? Every racist in Skyrim, locate them, and record my killing of them. Does it sound like a good idea? If you think that's a good idea, if I just go around finding the assholes and killing them, do you think that would be a good way to continue this series after I kill all of them? Because I think it would be. I might do that. And you can select the pricks. Now, if they have to actually be bona fide pricks, assholes. Because Ulfric, he's a jerk. He's not a prick or an asshole. He didn't try to kill me. However, the Empire did try to kill me without trial, so Imperials are automatically on the list whenever I see them because they're jerks.
Which means you need... When you're ready, you'll only have what Malborn smuggled in.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to change clothes and let you take all my stuff.
Plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor embassy dressed like that.
Man, I like being dressed like this. I like being dressed like this. I had to take off all my really cool stuff, and I equipped all my really cool stuff.
You can't go to
Alright, so we're getting ready to go into the Thalmor Old Dominion Embassy. And then I'm going
I guess what we'll
to
have to
sneak
do,
around, sneak
ready
around,
to board
sneak
the carriage to the
around, fight
embassy?
off some
Don't
guards,
worry, it will all.
steal some
Just make
books,
sure we
and
get back
then,
out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Not much of a far.
alright, now, there are a number of ways you can get the distraction going inside, once you're inside the embassy, in order to sneak back and then go and find all the books you need and information you need. My personal favorite is you go up to one of the waitresses, ask for something to drink, take it to the red guard looking dude that's sitting on the bench who no one will serve, and then, yeah, give it to him and ask him to cause a distraction. In fact, that's him right now. But yeah, it's one of those things that I enjoy this game a lot. That guy right there, you get a drink from one of the wait staff, give it to him, ask him to cause a distraction. That's the fastest and easiest method I know to do it. And it gives you an opportunity to slip into the back and go pick up the gear that he snuck into the embassy. Alright. Now, I never tell this
And you are?
Thalmor chick who I am.
Please.
I've never... So I don't know what choosing the option to tell her who I am does. But I don't like giving anyone who's
Have you had any news?
untrustworthy information that they could use against me. That's why I don't share information with the Thalmor. Oh, it's good stuff, T.
I hope you're enjoying. What can I get for you?
Okay, give me a drink.
Here you go, sir. Colovian brandy.
Alright, so we're gonna go over here and give him booze.
What does a fellow need to... Oh, allow me to introduce myself. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not... Wonderful. I can do... Is that all? Stand back and behold my handiwork. Could I have your attention?
He provides a distraction. Stick face here is gonna open the door. There we go. Right. So all I gotta do is get past him.
We need to pass through the kitchen.
Get to my gear. These potions of invisibility are gonna help me because last time I didn't have them. I didn't have any potions or anything. I barely brought a bow. Last time I died dozens upon dozens upon dozens of times. So this time I'm gonna be going with the potions. Hopefully I can get through this rather quickly.
Did you see those robes marching this morning?
I usually close that door first so I don't have to worry about them looking through the doorway and seeing me. Now if you're a high elf, I've heard that you can sneak past all of them while wearing the Thalmor clothes, the uniform. And that usually applies to like high elves. I've also heard it's easy to do it if you're an elf in general. I've never had that work. Now these invisibility potions are going to come in handy because I got to sneak past quite a few dirtbags.
Well, we better get back to our rounds.
Yeah. Okay. Do, 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 do. Now, sometimes Fury, whenever you're sneaking, is a really useful tool whenever you're dealing with large groups,
Someone there?
because Fury will change the opponent to a hostile to everyone, which is always fun.
Must be my imagination.
Just make your way out the door into the courtyard. Now, if I remember right, there are two more in the courtyard. Being invisible is pretty much the only way I'm going to be able to get past them, because they usually hit me with enough fireballs, lightning bolts, kill me. So I come through the door, hit the potion. See. This is the more difficult part, because there's a guard in here. There's two other people. I gotta get the books. I usually forget where the books are, which doesn't help my situation. And a little closet back there is a decent place to hide.
Other informants who are less offensive. But no one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Especially, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself. You'll get the rest of your money when we
Yeah, I
confirm
remember
his
this part.
story.
See, I thought that you had to wait for him to unlock the door or pick his pocket. I forgot
Now,
that
leave me to it if ever
you have to
want
get the
see
books in order to get down there.
Can I?
There's a
I can
chest
help you. He talked to me.
around the corner
He trusts me. You'd like to
that
come down
has
stairs,
the
is that
information you
the
need.
Shall we loose his bonds and put
Some
you
of
yourselves
the
together?
information you need.
You can ask him anything you like. And
Now,
see
I
how he
heard that the guy who's bound in
I'll wait
the
outside.
torture
That
dungeon
would probably be
underneath the Thalmor embassy
Now,
is
get out.
a member
ATM must
or
know something
becomes a member of
related
the
to the
Thieves Guild.
dragons.
I
Who
don't
else might
remember
know?
that
Greasy Tom?
exactly.
No. They'd see right
I've heard.
through him.
Can't test that, but apparently it's good for your standing or something like that. Yep, there's the key I need, and I can't get it. My pickpocket skill is non-existent. So we'll try that again.
But I need that money.
I'm a big fan of Nightwish. You can hear that music in the background. That's Nemo from Nightwish. Back when they had the opera singer as their lead singer.
But no one else has
Mine's playing tricks on me.
She had one of those voices that just it
Someone there.
contrasted the music so well. It's like Amy Lee. Oh, I can never remember this chick's name. Alright, so you gotta try to get the books and such. And first time I didn't have the invisibility potions. This time I forgot entirely where I was supposed to be going. And you can loot all this stuff. I'm not going to, because selling stuff for money is kind of pointless whenever you're able to make potions and such.
Just getting jumpy, I guess.
They're looking for me. What else I got here? But yeah, one of the things about the Thalmor Embassy, it's usually a lot easier if you're high elf because you blend in a lot better. But if you're completely invisible, what? What was that? Invisible, sucker. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Nightwish, or the older tracks from Nightwish. Also like Evanescence, Linkin Park, Bad Religion. Actually, there's a Bad Religion song that has my name in it. Yeah, I died. Never pick a fight with someone who has way more power than you do. I'm like a level one. I'm like the lowest level, weakest character on the entire game right now. Level 1 on legendary. I bet a pack of skeevers could hurt me and kill me.
I have my expenses, you know.
Silence! Do not presume, Gisser. You are most useful, but do not presume. We
Yeah,
have
don't
other
presume,
informants
dude.
who are less offensive.
Alright, I remember this. This is where I tried to hide until he went through the door in the hopes that he would unlock it, but then I couldn't get through it, so
He told me himself.
that did not quite work out quite as I expected it to, or with the hopes that I'd had in mind.
As agreed.
So he has talked. I knew it.
Everyone talks, in the end. Now, I have work to do. Leave me to it
Yes.
if ever you want to see the rest of your payment.
Leave him to it. He's an
I could
elven
help him.
prick.
He talked to me. He talked.
I don't have any animosity between any race or the other. Just the Thalmor and the Aldemary Dominion in particular.
You can ask him anything you like and see how he answers.
No, I'll wait outside.
That would probably be best. Now, get out.
Yes, get out of here. Do 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 do.
Man must know something related to the dragons. Who else might know? Greasy Tom?
There's a guy named Greasy Tom. Right. Just wait underneath the stairs like a troll. Still can't unlock that. Great. Yeah, this is the part where I go around the corner, find the chest that I needed to find in the beginning, and yeah, there it is. Yeah, this chest right here is got all sorts of fun information. Like the dossier on Delphine, and the one on Ulfric. Now, Ulfric's Stormcloak is being manipulated, has been, or is continuing to be manipulated by the Thalmor for their underlying strategy against the Empire. As long as the Empire is in its weakened state and is fighting the rebels and such, they can't rebuild their forces to take on the Aldemary Dominion. Now, if they were smart, they would just pretend that Skyrim doesn't exist anymore, start shifting all the resources to Hammerfell, High Rock, and Skyrim in order to avoid, so that way that the important stuff is saved and they can rebuild from those different countries instead of trying to hold on to a dying, which is basically a dying superpower. Sort of like Rome did back during the fall of Rome.
I don't know anything else. Don't you think I'd have told you already?
Silence.
Basically,
You
they're
know the rules.
doing the same thing
Do
they
not
did
speak
that
unless
Rome
spoken
did.
to. Master Rolandil will ask the questions.
Master Rolandil is a putz.
You're dead.
Ah, crap, he saw me. I think he saw me. I'm pretty sure he saw me.
Behold the future. Behold a Thalmor.
Behold the future, behold the Thalmor. No. How about I behold a fireball? Or...
You
Yeah.
are but a dog, and I am your master. Bow to your blessing.
Master my ass.
God.
Yeah, one of the things about being level 1 is you gotta hide behind stuff. Figured my astronaut could use a little hand. And I've got a power from Hermaeus Mora that allows my shouts to do my shouts and my destructive magic do no damage to my allies whenever I'm in battle. So fortunately, my unrelenting force doesn't do any damage to my Atronach. It has no effect on my Atronach. Which is good because my Atronach is pretty much the only thing standing between me and dying. They can't exactly attack me and fight off the Atronach at the same time. Well, I think my Atronach dealt with them. Yep. See, my wait menu, the little option to wait won't pop up if they're still alive. But I still have enemies about. Alright, so I think I got the key to the hatch. So now it's time to find stuff to loot. Which it doesn't look like there's a lot here. Yep, I can't find the bodies for those guards. Right, so next I'm going to make my way back to Delphine now that I have all the dossiers, and I'm probably going to go on a rescue mission to find Eastburn. Oh, I like
I told
Eastburn,
you.
but Delphine
I
is
don't-
just
What?
aggravating to
Who?
no end.
Yeah. Come on. This way. I've seen the guy. Whatever you want. But let's go.
So I free that guy. I should have the key. Let me check up here for the remains of guards. Which is disappointingly... Oh, wait. There they are. Okay, so I gotta kill those guys. Which, I mean my Atronach, because my Atronach's gonna do all the work. I'm gonna try getting up here so that they can't reach me with their melee weapons. And I'm gonna pick a fight with them using unrelenting force. Yep, sucks to be you, elf dude.
See you burn.
See, it would have been a lot easier for this whole thing if I had just snuck in. But the game scripting doesn't allow you to just sneak in.
Victory is yours.
Do your worst.
So, I...
You should defeat me. Possible.
Did they just use fire? No, maybe they didn't. I thought, I could have sworn I just saw a fireball get launched at that Atronach, but it may have been the Atronach throwing the fireball.
Behold the future.
I'll help him out by knocking him down. Remember, I got the Amulet of Talos to lower my cost, or my cooldown time.
You are but a dog.
I got the bow and arrow,
I am your master.
so I can take pot shots at them, which isn't really necessary at this point because they're pretty much dead, as you can see from that last arrow. Alright, now I need to get the key off for corpses and pick up any armor I can sell and then exit out. Alright, so next episode we're going to be meeting with Delphine. Going to go after Eastburn, and hopefully I can get that done pretty quick. There's a troll in here I'm going to have to run past. Alright. So that's one less mission to do before we take on Alduin for the final time. And this is taking forever. Hopefully I'll be able to get it done pretty quick. Good place for soul gems. Mage's College. Any
You
court
didn't have to
mage.
help me, so thanks.
You're welcome, dude. It's what I do. Right, so we got that almost done. Gotta go meet up with Delphine. And, okay, we should be good. At least till next time. So, now that we've gone through the ultimate dominions, we prepare ourselves for the next challenge. As a level 1, hiding so we don't get smashed like a puppy. This is Brass from Brass DTV saying, if at first you don't succeed, hit reset. Be good to yourselves, be good to others, and enjoy a pizza. This is